Hello and thank you for tuning in to another Max Travels Move Me Motivation Edition. Today we're going to be talking about failure. Alright, so if you ask almost anyone who's really successful, they're going to tell you that failure is actually a better teacher than success is. And so I'm here to encourage you to fail. Everyone gets a medal, everyone gets a trophy stuff. Although it may be well and good when they're 4 and 5 years old, the world doesn't work that way. And if we prevent teaching failure and prevent our kids and other people in our life from experiencing what we perceive as negative emotions from failure, we're not helping them. We're not helping anybody because they're not going to be able to learn to cope with the failure that inevitably comes in life, whether it was brought on by themselves or failure outside of their control. Because failure produces resiliency. You see? Like gold, precious metals, things of that nature, we have to actually put it through a firing process. We have to put heat to it, which is a hard process. It's difficult and it's tough, but at the end of it, it comes out way more valuable than it was before. Well, it's the same thing with us, like in real life. Like we can't just become successful, really great human beings and people for the world without going through tough times, failures, loss, hardship. I was watching an interview the other day on a really great YouTube channel called Impact Theory. I watch it all the time. You guys should definitely check it out. And they were interviewing LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow, Star Trek Next Generation, and he was saying literally that failure produces resiliency, and basically because of that resiliency, that's what's needed to be able to tackle life and to be able to move forward through the struggles, through all the things that we all face. Nobody is exempt from the struggles and pains and hardships of life. It's how we respond to it that puts us to the next level and makes us more valuable as people. So failure, if used properly, not in the line of, oh, I'm terrible, I didn't accomplish my goals, I didn't succeed in what I wanted to do, I give up. No. If we funnel failure properly, then we see it as just a stepping stone. See, failure wasn't something bad, it was a necessary step to get to the next level, you see? So if we look at it from that perspective, failure is a necessity. It's something we need. It's something we have to be able to grow. So next time, whenever you, me, anyone around you, instead of, oh my gosh, I failed, this isn't for me, I give up, I quit, instead look at it and go, all right, I failed. I'm one step closer to figuring out how to do it better next time. I'm closer to achieving my dreams and goals. When I started doing these videos, my first one was a travel video. A year ago, I went to Colorado. It was an awesome trip. I learned a lot of things. Got yelled at by my best friend for always holding my camera in portrait mode instead of in landscape mode. That was a valuable lesson for me. I did some other videos for 417 companies in the area and learned a lot from there. And then I started doing this motivational series. And I mean, I fail constantly with getting the content out that I want, with getting views and likes and subscribers. But I'm learning every single video I do. I'm becoming more and more comfortable with it. And it's getting easier, and I'm going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and get to the places where I want to be. So I'm not failing because I don't have thousands of likes on videos that I have right now. I'm growing and building and getting better at what I enjoy doing right now as a hobby. I gotta tell you, just don't give up. Like, no matter how old you are, if you feel like you failed for the first 30 years of your life, first 40 years of your life, whatever it may be, stop. We are so consumed with this idea that we're too old and we've wasted so much time and it's too late for us. It's never too late to continue doing something. My wife's grandparents, we call them Mama and Papa, John and Joyce Major. They're an incredible example of people who are accomplishing great things in their life, even at the age that they're at. They're both 81 years old, and Papa just got into the Senior Olympics and through bike racing. Biking wasn't even something he was doing 30 years ago. So some point in his late 50s, early 60s, sometime in his older years that some people would consider older, he started picking up biking. And at the age of 81, he's made it to the Senior Olympics. And if I remember right, as a couple of different categories. He's accomplishing more at 81 that he has to be proud of than I probably have in any year of my entire life leading up to this point. So what does that tell me? I've got so much time. You have so much time to do more with your life than you're doing. And his wife, Grandma Joyce, she battled cancer this last year at the age of 81, and she beat it. And you know what? I still saw her at every family event that I went to. She was still there for graduations. She was there for people through the majority of it. So at 81, we have a champion cancer survivor. We have an Olympian at 81 years old. What's your excuse? We have so much time. So fail, and fail often. Because whenever you fail, you figure out what your strengths are. You see? Like, I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I've even started my own businesses before, and I failed at them. And it hurt. It sucked to be able to fail in ways like that. But every time I did, I realized what it was I didn't want to do and what it was that I was better at. So again, fail and fail often, because when you find out what your strengths are, then you find out who you are and who you're meant to be. And like Drew Williams said in my interview I did last week, when you are able to be who you're meant to be, then you're just going to naturally end up doing what you're meant to do. So fail often. Find your strengths through it. Double down on those strengths. Find your purpose. Because at the end of the day, young, old, rich, poor, purpose is what we're after. Get your purpose. Fail along the way and be okay with it. And you're going to be all right. And I want to end this with a story that we've all heard growing up. I really doubt anyone's hearing this that hasn't heard this before, but it's worth mentioning again. Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, took him 1,000 tries to finally figure out the right combination of things to make the light bulb work. And in an interview, they asked him, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times while making the light bulb? And Thomas Edison replied, I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. So again, see your failures as steps to get to where you want to be, not as something to beat yourself up over, not as something to be ashamed of. Be proud of your failures, move forward, and do more. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and have a good rest of the week.